on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Ask Gleez. And N-E-H-N-H-E-N ha for the win. I don't know what that means exactly. It's a really awesome name, but he asked me about the Oakland playbook. And he runs the Oakland playbook. He enjoys running read option, but he feels as though his offense is a little bit limited. He's just looking for, a little something to get his offense going. And we're going to do that for him right here. All right, so this is going to be a mini scheme that we're running out of the Oakland playbook, and we're going to run it out of the pistol wing trips. And first I want to go over the personnel in this set. So at the tight end position, or the fullback position, whichever you would like to call it, I'm going to have my backup tight end there. All right, preferably someone that's fast. In this instance, I have Luke Wilson there. He's pretty fast, my backup tight end. On the outside receiver on the right, I'm going to have my biggest, strongest receiver, whether it's a tight end or whether it's a wide receiver. For me personally, it's going to be a tight end. For most teams, it's going to be a tight end. You want the biggest, strongest receiver because you're going to be user catching with that outside right receiver. On the left side, you're going to have your best receiver, and in the slot, you're going to have your fastest receiver. And now, you might be in a situation where your fastest receiver is your best receiver, then your best receiver goes in the slot. You want to make sure that the slot is your fastest receiver because he's going to be on a drag most times. So the first play we're going to take a look at, which you've actually been already taking a look at, is the screen. We're going to put the tight end slash fullback on a flat route. We can throw that flat. We can also put our slot on a drag across the set, and we're going to be able to throw the screen to him as well. We also have the X receiver that we can throw the ball to in between the zones. That also doesn't get bumped. So that route there, the X is on, doesn't get bumped at all. So if someone's playing man press and you notice that it's man press, you will be able to throw that ball against it. He will be unbumped, and he will, win that every single time. And that's what's good about this play. Most screens don't work against man, but that route kills man, so we're all good there. Next, we're going to get into some run plays, and right here we're running the counter, and the counter is great as long as there aren't more than 4 defenders on the left side of the field. It also creates a very nice seam for you to run to. And if someone tries to fill that hole, usually the hole is really big, so you can, try to juke them out. There's a lot of space for you to make moves. The other run that I like in this set is the halfback dive. And it's nothing glorious, it's nothing fantastic, but it is a very straightforward, fast run. It's going to get you positive yardage almost every single time. This run right here we're going to take a look at is the stretch. It's not one that I particularly like, but if someone is playing a defense where they continually are shrinking their line, it might be something that I come out in. It's not something that I'm going to put in my audibles, but it's something that you should know that you have at your disposal in case you play someone that tries to do this, because as you see, you can get a big gain off of it if they're trying to shrink their line down and crash them down, which most people do. And the last play that we're going to take a look at is the strong flood. You can see it right there. The only adjustment that we're going to make is that we're going to put our slot receiver on a drag. And as you see in all of our passes, the slot receiver's on a drag, and again, that's why you want your fastest receiver to be in that spot. So the A route gets open every single time. For whatever reason, even if that linebacker or safety is in a flat zone, he gets driven back by the B route. So since he's driven back by the B route, we're able to throw the fullback route or tight end route up, so bullet pass it up, and we can lead him upfield, and that's always going to be 4 or 5 yards. It's something that the defense has to account for. He needs to be manned up. If he's not manned up, you can get that every single time. We also have the in pattern or the dig pattern from the outside receiver. Right there, I threw the ball slightly early, but a window does open up right there in that spot in the defense, particularly against a cover 3. It also will work against a cover 4, and if you run it correctly with the drag coming across, you can pull down the yellow zones for a cover 2, so it also works against that. You just have to be able to read the defense. Right there, we also have the drag as a bailout route, which is a really good route for blitzes, and anytime the defense tries to put pressure on you. Another way we can beat pressure is putting our halfback on a flat route to the right. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow for our tight end slash fullback to be a lead blocker on basically a swing screen to the outside. So if they have a flat defender or just yellow defenders and they're blitzing, there's not going to be numbers for them to make plays. So we're going to be able to throw that off to our halfback, and we're going to make a big gain. The last thing I want to take a look at is the B receiver, and he's in a great position to user catch. And this is why you want your strongest, biggest receiver there. So as you see, I'm just dropping back. All I'm doing is bullet passing, and I'm cutting it off, and I'm catching it. Now, there is some risk with this pass, particularly using a team like Seattle. Russell Wilson doesn't throw this pass particularly well. As you see right there, it also can be dropped on contact. So it's not a 100% pass. You can see right here he overthrows the ball, and that's just what Russell Wilson does. If you use a team with a very good quarterback, if you're using Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't overthrow that ball quite as much as Russell Wilson, and that's something that you might want to consider. And the last thing we're going to take a look at is this play against man press, and both the X route and the drag route, which is RB, are both screaming open on this play. And you can see that illustrated in this video. Now, one thing that I want to also note, the flat route on the tight end, it may look open at times, but usually it's not. The only time it's going to be open is if they blitz from that side, they're playing man, and he's manned up from across the set. So that's the only time that it's really going to be open. And you're going to see me demonstrate here where it looks like he may be able to beat that guy to the flat, but it just gets batted down. The guy that's in man will run across, and he'll cut the angle off, and he'll bat that down almost every time. And even if he doesn't bat it down, you're going to get popped and get hit for the tackle. So that's just something that you should be aware of. So that's it for this episode of Ask Gleez. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned something. Thanks for checking in. Hit that subscribe button and continue to game strong.